Hey guys, Jack Leeson with startuptrading.com, and in this video I'm going to be going over a trading setup that I took here today, something that you can look for in the future as far as an entry, and just talk about why I took this position that I did. This is a NADEX position. I've staggered it two different ways. I have 100 contracts that I paid $24 for, so roughly I'll be a 300% return, and then I have 44 contracts that I paid about $49 for, so that's just 100% return. The two strike prices here are 14,751 and 14,767. And let me show you guys the setup I was looking for. I got 6 minutes left till these expire. And what I was looking for here, this is the NASDAQ. Now the NASDAQ came into what is a 50% retracement. For any of you guys who've taken any of my classes, you know very well that this is a setup that I look for and that I teach. And all it is a swing low to high divided by 2. Now there's a little bit more specific ways that I do teach on how to recognize what to do or when these are more valid, but if you look at the price action in the NASDAQ over the last 2 days, it's clearly been rotating higher. And yesterday there was a little bit of a sell-off into the close. You had Netflix earnings and then a retest of that support this morning. But the important note is here, I do look at volume-weighted moving average, not necessarily for momentum, but just to be aware of what side of the tape we're on for the majority of the day. And in this case, we opened up and we've been a bit above this, this VWAP. And the way VWAP works and the way institutions use VWAP is they want the majority of their fills to be closest to VWAP. So if we are above VWAP and we come into that VWAP and the institutions are buying, they're probably going to buy that general VWAP area. Now, I'm not just going to go out there and say, hey, there's a VWAP line, I'm going to frickin' buy it. I do a little bit more technical analysis of that. And what we had here was, you can see, just if I always look left at my screen, I took the low of the close yesterday to the high, you divide that number by 2, and that gave me this 14,735. That was also going to be below VWAP. Now, we had spent, we got above right around 11 o'clock and then crashed back below right before 1 o'clock, this 14,750 level. So there was going to be most likely some traders getting stopped out below this low, below this low, below this low. And what that does is that pushes price just very shortly into what I would consider to be a good entry. And when you come down into these levels, what you want to pay attention to is how do we react. Now, when I took that trade, my strike price up here, 14,767, quite a bit of ways away from where we were down near like 14,740. But we're coming out of the lunch time frame, the time I bought that, so that was right at 1 o'clock. So we're coming out of lunch, which is really important because if we're coming into a pullback as we're coming out of lunch, basically what we're doing is we're shaking those lunchtime traders out who have just bought the market, and there's a whole new wave of traders getting back their desks back from lunch, and that they can really begin moving the market away. So coming into pullbacks in the direction that the VWAP is trending post lunch, it's a really good setup that I like to use for NADEX. And in this trade I'm going to net 10K. Yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys that. If you enjoyed this video, please give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to share it. If you have any questions, leave a comment below and I'll get back to it as soon as I can. Take care.